Thank you very much. And I'm going to be describing what the JADES team, the JWST Advanced Deep Extragalactic Survey team, has done in the outreach area outside of giving many, many, many talks. I could show you some pictures where I would give an outreach talk to an audience that included high school students, and they wanted my autograph, they wanted to take selfies with me, and that's all fun. But the JADES team does not have an explicit outreach budget, but we have a lot of young, enthusiastic postdocs and junior researchers. And so we have put together, there's a somewhat bare bones team web page that's given with the URL up there. And if you click on one of the choices on the top, you can find some more very interesting things. So in the, for the public part, there's a video that explains how to use our FITSMAP viewer, which I will show you an example from momentarily. There's a section for teachers, and there's also a gallery of some of the interesting pictures that we've found in the course of generating our big mosaics. So in the for teachers part, we is queenly we here, it's largely a couple of people at Arizona and a couple of people most closely associated with the University of Cambridge. And what they have done is create some exercises that teachers can use to work on curriculum items that are required for either US science requirements or UK requirements. And these exercises do things like counting, estimation, and so on, but using real JADES data so that students can see what some real science data looks like and learn how to do some basic analysis with the images. And the one of the more interesting things to do for some audiences, and this works particularly well if you're having an open house where you can have a computer with a big screen set up, and you can go to this, what we call FITSMAP viewer, and there's the URL, and it shows the area that's been surveyed using NIRCam. And there are a couple of different buttons in the upper right, one of which lets you change which RGB representation you see depending on what filters are used, and you can also look at monochrome ones. And the lower button will bring up some choices where you can actually see the extracted photometry and redshifts and things. So that's more interesting for, say, undergraduates than the general public. But the general public can zoom in, scroll around, and it's most effective if you use the search button on the left-hand side to go look at a particular image. For this presentation, I didn't bring up the image of 128771. That's the Z13.2, because the point is it just looks like a little red blob, which we've seen a bunch of today. But the other one you saw briefly, the image on the left, the red part, Stacey Alberts dubbed the cosmic rose early on, and it's one of the more intriguing appearing objects. It's the photometric redshift is about 3.7, and so the where it appears as a rose-colored object is a wide filter RGB. The right-hand image is the same region, but now with some of the medium band filters, and what you see is the cosmic rose has green friends, and when you go through the numbers, what you're seeing is H alpha emissions surrounding that galaxy at that redshift. But it's visually intriguing, and there's a science story to go with it. And so if you're having the right kind of open house event where you can have a screen and a computer that you can help people scroll around, you can do great things. We've also turned the URL for FITSMAP into a QR code and people could actually bring it up on their phones. And if you zoom it up, you can actually see stuff and to do that in a room where people are, all sitting together and talk about it, they can find intriguing things and ask, what is it? And that does get them engaged. I think I'll stop there.